Y para adelante. Vale, pues ya estamos. Vale, ¿a cuánto lo tengo de volumen el juego? 22. Lo subo a 24 porque creo que va a estar bastante bajo. Vale, cargamos partida. No, esto no es. Reptalias. Seleccionar. Cargar partida. Vale, ¿qué es? Vale, habíamos salido de aquí la cocina, ¿verdad?
Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment, yes? Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining. Oh, there's no need for that. Don't think I don't see you there, Kath.
She's got eyes in the back of her head, she does.
Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is. Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lady? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope? To be truly good is doing right by others even when it doesn't suit you. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you? The dog that bit? Yes, this again. Do you remember how it begins? You'd think I hadn't told you this tale 1,000 times. Before our fathers' fathers came down from the mountains, a warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son. The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he? There are many kinds of weakness. You'd do well to remember that. When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand. He shouldn't have done it at all. The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale? Very true. Hahaku thought himself above the others and expected his position to protect him. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm? It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
The castle is so eerie with everyone preparing to ride south. It will be so empty.
We'll be up very late tonight so the Earl's men can be given proper quarters.
Vale, pues ya hemos hecho esto. Vale, quiero mirar una cosa.
Yes? We fought together under King Marek when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again. The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations. I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature. I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return. Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about. In a manner of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault. I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
Creo que va a pasar algo con este señor, ¿eh? Ha mirado de una forma extraña. Y eso no me gusta. Vale. ¿Está en su puesto todavía? Bien. Se hace el dormido.
Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true? Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true?
my lady.
Bueno. Se hace el dormido ahí, pero de calle. Vale. No era habilidades... tácticas, tampoco hechizos y talentos. A dos manos. Vamos a ir con dos builds diferentes que van a ser espada y daga. Esto cuando podamos nos lo ponemos, pero necesitamos 38 de fuerza. Va a ser bastante especial.
So, you managed to solve Nan's dog issues? I'll take that as a yes. Good work, darling. Now you should say goodbye to Fergus before he leaves, don't you think? Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited. There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother. I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you? You are here. Trust me, you'll get your chance for excitement soon enough. As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me, but it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours. For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority. Don't worry, my dear. It won't be long.
Y la última pregunta.
Probably upstairs with Oriana. I love you, my darling girl. You know that, don't you? Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Vale. Táctica, Vale. No sé si tenemos alguna cosa más de... Vale, tenemos cositas de diario. Criaturas. Magia y religión. Cultura e historia. Me faltaba una cosa. Notas. Y controles. Ahí está. Vale, vamos a mirar una última cosa antes de continuar y hablar con nuestro hermano. Nada por aquí.
I'm sorry, child, but I must attend the spiritual needs of those heading into battle. Perhaps tomorrow we may talk more.
No hay como ningún camino secreto por aquí, ni nada por... La ruina. Vale. Nada aquí. No. No hay nada que podamos investigar de esa librería. Hombre, ¿dónde estaba el señor mayor este? Igual sí. Igual ahí sí que podemos investigar algo.
Good evening, my lady.
Hay muchos libros. Vale. Historia de aquí. Vale, aquí tampoco. No hay absolutamente nada que podamos tener de historia. Ojo. Historia femenina, capítulo 2. Todo libro que encontremos y sea información interesante, para adentro. Aquí hay más libros, pero no veo, por así decirlo, nada. Nada que podamos, por así decirlo, leerlo. Cultura. Carajo, ¿quién era este?
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent. Greetings once again, my lady. Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, I see that you have no ladies in waiting. Is this usual for a noblewoman of your rank? You are very kind, my lady. I am nobody special. You make me blush. My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter. Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her. She does. Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her. Aren't we doing just that? What else did you have in mind? I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lady? Until tonight, then.
Ok, esto no me lo esperaba para nada. Ajá. Ok. Igual con esto la podemos llegar a salvar y que venga con nosotros. Puede ser. Vale, diario. Ha sido bastante curioso cuanto menos. Cultura y historia. Personajes. Dos personajes. Relacionado con la misión, nada. Vale, pues vamos a ver a nuestro hermano ahora sí que sí. Bueno, dentro de lo que cabe, vale, ahí no podemos entrar, pues entonces sí, tenemos que entrar aquí.
And so I shall. Of course.
Esta es nuestra habitación, esta será la habitación de los padres.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim. I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
In Antiva, a woman fighting in battle would be unthinkable.
Is that so? I always heard Antivan women were quite dangerous.
With kindness and poison only, my husband.
This from the woman who serves me my tea.
XD.
If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come? Good for him. I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that Father would ever allow it. Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two. Then the Jarl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Unas plegarias.
Make us sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
Oh, good. How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Vale. ¿Habrá escena con la guacha esa? Porque de normal te despiertas del tiri. Vale, creo que no. No va a haber. ¡Ah! ¡Curioso! Sí. Sí que nos despertamos con ella. Vale, por favor. Podremos mantenerla a salvo, imagino.
Your hound is making so much noise.
¡Konnichiwa! ¡Konnichiwa!
Es Lucas y yo, imagino. Muy buenas, Lucas y yo. ¿Qué le habéis hecho? Oh, ignoro los más. Puede que suceda algo. Muy buenas, Lucas y yo. Hay que mantenerla a salvo. ¡No! ¡No puede ser! ¡No la puedo salvar de ninguna manera! Es que, madre mía. Vamos a vestirnos. Yo pensé que la podría salvar.
Lucasillo dice, ¿por qué vas en cueros?
Porque nos fuimos a dormir, literalmente. Literalmente, la escena... voy a bajar el volumen porque me estoy quedando sordo. Vale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vale. Literalmente... Estás en cueros porque acabas de... Te han despertado por la noche. Esto pasa tanto si te llevas a esa señora contigo a tu dormitorio como si no. Para que se entienda. ¡Dale! Arrete. Tomamos todo. Mientras esos dos de ahí no se tosquen de que estoy aquí. Vale, nos subimos 3 puntitos la fuerza. Siguiente. A 2 manos. Sí. Jugar. Y el perrete. 3 en fuerza, siguiente. Me ha tocado las narices.
Lucasillo dice. Es que claro, entro al directo, y veo a dos personas casi completamente desnudas, y digo que juego más raro XD.
Nah, es cosa de la historia. Nos han invadido de el segundo al mando de nuestro padre. Ojo. Estoy perfectamente. ¿Qué ocurre?
There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Hal's men. Why would they attack us?
Ha traicionado.
Hal's men were delayed. On purpose. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
No, estaba en mi cuarto. ¿Aún recuerdas cómo empuñar un arma, madre?
I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
¿Dónde está mi habitación? Es que la han matado. Es el problema. ¡Oh!
No! My little Oren. What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
Se lo haré pagar. Es nuestro sobrino, por cierto.
He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to see this.
Lucasillo dice. Por cierto, ahora que lo pienso, el Cyberpunk es como el Baldur en algunos aspectos.
Sí,
¿No me entiendes?
En algunos
¿Sabes si tiene algo para evitar baneos?
Sí, hay clubs especiales. No sé qué tan explícitos son. Baldur's Gate es muy explícito. Pero Cyberpunk no sé si es tan explícito como Baldur's. Le vamos a poner la maza. No vamos a utilizar este personaje, voy a utilizar el mío, obviamente.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
Vale, tenemos aquí cositas. Vale, tenemos ya el espadón. Esto me gusta. Esto es a 2 manos, ¿no? A 2 manos. Tenemos ya la skill a 2 manos. Porque vamos a ir a 2 manos, básicamente. Y la otra build que voy a llevar... Vamos a ponernos por ahora esta espada y esta daga. Va a ser build doble. Es lo bueno, que puedo crearme 2 builds. El problema... Se nos ha muerto esa, que es la sirviente de la amiga de nuestra madre.
Aunque hay gente que argumenta que no deberían de banear por ser un videojuego, pero prefiero no correr riesgos.
A ver, yo pienso igual. No te deberían de banear por un videojuego. Venid. Por Gondor. Me ha aturdido. Menuda rata. Vale. Recolectamos aquí. A ver, aquí sí que empiezas con pícaro, te hinchas, literalmente. El problema es lo que viene ahora, lo que va a ver nuestra madre. Básicamente, era la, por así decirlo, dejémoslo así, la dueña de con la que nos despertamos en nuestra cama. Básicamente. A ver, es muy triste, pero es literalmente una invasión. Lo que pasa en una invasión. Y nos han atacado desde dentro. No quiero que corras peligro, madre.
My only grandchild is a ravaged corpse. What do I care about danger? The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Vámonos.
House men are inside. They must already control the castle. We must use the servants entering the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
El pasadizo de la despensa. Quiero matar a Hope.
Then survive and visit vengeance upon him.
Vale, tenemos otro arquito. ¿Algo más aquí? Nada más. Hay que investigar toda la zona, básicamente. El castillo ha caído, yo me largo. Persuadir, no seas cobarde. Quédate y lucha. Voy aquí. Atrás también los tenemos, pero prefiero intentar salvar al guardia, que no podemos. Pues ha bajado unos cuantos, ¿eh? El otro, yo creo. Sí, bueno. Quien dice que se ha bajado unos cuantos es que no se ha bajado ni uno. ¿En serio? ¿Salen más? Vamos a pillar por aquí todo lo que tengan. Porque es que si no, mamma mía. ¿Quién me ha...? Maldito arquero. Ven para acá, arquero de las narices, que te voy a enchufar de forma espectacular. Me han aturdido. Muy bien. ¡Ya! ¿Te relajas? Gracias. Vale, menos mal que al parar nos regeneramos vida. Cuando estamos fuera de combate, básicamente. Esto hay que recordar que es el primer Dragon Age. Vale. No nos dan premio. Aquí hay premio. En los pedruscos. Anillo de hierro. Hay 3 arqueros, hay que tener cuidado con esos arqueros. Me puede matar al personaje, pero no le pasa nada. Tomamos todo, básicamente. ¿Nuestra madre? Está por aquí en el suelo, ¿verdad? Ahí está. Vamos a esperar a regenerarnos del todo. El viejo sabio. El que nos contó la historieta. Qué pena. ¿Moriría aquí el otro? ¿Qué va? Habilidad insuficiente. A ver, obviamente. No tengo habilidad de saquear. Pero va a ser interesante... Vale. Aquí.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside. Here, darling, take my key. That blade cannot fall into Hao's hands. It should sever his treacherous head.
Aquí han muerto. La cámara. Tomamos esto. Y aquí está. Espada familiar y escudo de pináculo. Y esta espada va a venir para la segunda build. Ahí lo llevas. No, esta armadura no es... Mira, tenemos 2 anillos, pues nos los ponemos para quitarnos espacio. 4,25. Aquí lo ponemos. Let's go. Estos están más muertos que Martín. Qué susto me acaba de pegar el soldado este. Me cortó la habilidad cuando la iba a tirar. Estos dos nada. Y este tampoco. No, no hay premio por aquí. Este soldado, escudo de hierro. Ahí dentro es donde está todo el combate tocho. Pero hay que intentar salvar aquí a estos guardias. Estos nos pueden ayudar luego. Bueno, no le estábamos atacando, no sé por qué. Vale, nos faltan varios lugares. Pero vamos a atacar... Vale, nos vienen más enemigos. Vale, esos pasan de nosotros. De ayudarnos, me refiero. ¿Quieres atacar? Gracias. Este no tendrá nada, ¿verdad? No. Vale, otro arquero. Raíz élfica. Ok. Vamos creo que no podía dar la vuelta, ¿verdad? No, no podemos dar la vuelta. Con lo cual, lo último que nos queda es ir aquí dentro. ¿Estamos todos bien? Perfecto. Al combate. ¡Ostras, Pedrín! Vale, me he calentado yo ahí. El perro es Goz. Vale, pillamos esto. Perfecto.
Your ladyship, my lady, You're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. If I do that, you won't make it out before the gates fall. Please, go while you have the chance. When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Vale. Y literalmente este se queda a defender. No. El mago. ¿Qué tenía? Bueno. Estaba más pobre. A este podemos salvarle. Ahí. Vale, estos escapan, obviamente. Tenemos otro anillo por la cara. Venga, que salgan. Vale, hemos subido de nivel. Vale, nos ponemos así. Siguiente. Herbología. Siguiente. Indómito. El personaje... Inmune al aturdimiento y al derribo. Jugar. Pum. Y esto para acá. Aquí no hay nada, ¿verdad? Que podamos así pillar. No, no hay nada. Por aquí nada, tenemos que ir a la zona de arriba. Ah, espérate, que el perrete... lo subimos así. Esto, que aturda. Si aturde, goz. Venid.
Estaba viendo un vídeo de algunas escenas que no podría poner en directo y madre mía qué locura.
¿Qué tipo de escenas? Porque me hace pensar un poquito mal. Uf. Casi palmamos. Vale, vamos a dejar que los personajes se recuperen. Por suerte somos inmunes al aturdimiento y al derribo, ahora mismo. Vale, nos estamos regenerando. ¿La barra amarilla qué es? Vale, el vigor. 60 reservado. Vale, actualmente tenemos solo 50 de vigor. Vamos a ir aquí, al final de acá. Buah. Estos son dos criados, fijo, que han palmado, pero de forma espectacular, ¿eh? Vale, el barril para mí. ¿Hay algo más? Esto creo que son los sirvientes.
Piensa, dice. Piensa mal y acertarás. Unas escenas que no podría ponerlas de ninguna manera en Twitch, las tendría que saltar. La verdad sé que en Twitch andaría más, pero me estoy planteando subirla en YouTube. Es que hacer cortes así por la cara no sé.
Pero hacer formato serie, formato directo. Y me refiero al Cyberpunk. Porque si lo haces en formato vídeo, puedes poner esas escenas, pero haciendo lo que hizo Rebe.
Lucasillo dice. Yo la quiero hacer en directo.
Ah, vale, vale, vale. Y hacer como hizo Rebe, que es literalmente ponía franjas negras en ciertas partes. Creo que de hecho te enseñé lo del Baldur's de él. Buah, nuestro padre.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce,
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Al's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
¿Cómo has llegado aquí si casi no puedes moverte?
Lucasillo dice. Recuerdo que tuvo que borrar un directo. No te digo que veas el vídeo porque no creo que quisieras verlo XD.
No creo que lo cuente. Bueno, que lo cuente. Recuerdo que tuvo que borrar. No digo que no es... No, sí, el directo lo tuvo que borrar, obviamente. O sea, se lo descargó y lo borró. ¿Acaso que solo lo estuviera...? No tiene sentido que lo estuviera haciendo en formato vídeo porque eran vídeos de 3 o 4 horas mínimo. Y ese fue, creo que de 7 horas. No creo que lo cuente. No digas tonterías, te pondrás bien. Arriba, vámonos. Entonces nos quedaremos para defenderte. Entonces tendremos que llevarte a rastras.
Only if you're willing to leave pieces of me behind, Bub.
Bryce, this is no time for jokes. Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Burgess. Tell him what has happened.
Puedes decírselo tú mismo, padre.
Wish I could go. Oh.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
Parezco Super Saiyan al lado de todos. O sea, estoy brillando.
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Gracias por salvar a mi padre.
I fear your thanks are premature. I doubt I have saved him.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship. But I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
¿Y Sir Gilmore?
Truthfully, you were always my first choice. I will
Yo era
take
su
the
primera
king and your
alternativa.
daughter to Ostagar, to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
Mi deber es vengarme de Al-Howe.
We will inform the king, and he will punish Hal. I am sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Hal thinks he'll use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, bub. See that justice is done. Our family always does our duty first. The Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
Lo haré, padre, por ti.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our daughter will not die of Hal's treachery. She will live and make her mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Acabo dice. Acabo de ver una razón más para comprármelo en GOG. El Cyberpunk tendrá drops.
But I won't abandon you.
Nice. Que atraviese esa puerta, pero no pienso abandonarte.
Lucasillo dice. Y tienes que vincular tu cuenta con GOG.
A ver, si la tienes vinculada con Steam, tienes los drops, Que es prácticamente casi toda la gente lo tiene en Steam, por eso lo digo. No dejaré que te sacrifiques, leches.
So sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Bastante duro el inicio del noble humano, ¿no?
Lucasillo dice. Lo que me fastidia es que son 3 drops gratis y el cuarto es de pago.
Te refieres con Amazon Prime, ¿no, Lucasillo?
To prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Tienes dice. Tienes que suscribirte a 2 canales que estén subiendo Cyberpunk para que te lo den. Es un rifle especial.
Vale, eso es estilo lo que hicieron con Diablo 4 y no me acuerdo con qué otro juego. Con el Genshin también lo hicieron. Con Diablo 4 lo que hacían era regalar 2 suscripciones de regalo y te daban una montura, la montura más grande del juego, que creo que no va a haber ninguna montura más grande que esa. Y lo del Genshin era tenías que suscribirte no un mes, 2 meses a un canal. Y te daban, creo que eran 30 cronocristales. 30 cronocristales, que eso no es ni un single. Un single son 60. No, un single son 120, que me confundo. Un multi son 1200 o así, o 1600. Y 120 era un single. Buah. A ver, por un rifle especial sí que te digo yo, te suscribes en 2 canales. A ver. Dependiendo del aspecto que tenga el rifle. Porque si es pochísimo, vamos a comprobarlo. Drops y recompensas. Inventario. No, inventario no. Todas las campañas. Cyberpunk. Ya es Sniper Rifle.
Lucasillo dice. Lo acabo de pasar por Guarida.
No, lo estoy viendo ahora mismo. Cyberpunk 2077. Permitir todas las cookies. Twitch. Drops. Drops personales. Te dan una skin completa. Vale, el rifle. A ver, está guapísimo. La cosa como son. Está súper guapo. Está súper guapo. El aspecto es flipante, también te digo. Quiero mirar una cosa de este drop. Sí, bueno. Vincular tus cuentas. Vale, exclusivo de GOG. Ok. También te digo, creo que es la primera vez que se les ocurre a GOG, o sea, a Cyberpunk hacer drops. Creo que es la primera vez. Nos han dicho... Sí, majestad, me llamo Raftalios. Sí, majestad, y me llamo
Your
Raftalios.
brother has already arrived with High-Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
Ahora estamos esperando a vuestro padre. ¿No sabéis lo que ha pasado?
News from the north has been unreliable. What's happened?
Terran Kusland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High-Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Gracias, majestad.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
No estoy ansiosa por darle la noticia, majestad.
Of that, I have no doubt. You will see him again once the battle is over, I am certain. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Mientras el Howe pague, me doy por satisfecha.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
interesante.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. So some believe, but I disagree. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
¿Qué querrías que hiciera?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to turn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
¿Qué necesitas que haga?
Feel free to explore the cap here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Perfecto. Se me acaba de cerrar. Por la cara. Volvamos a abrirlo. Increíble. ¡Ay, la Virgen! ¡Desde aquí! Me quiero pegar un tiro. Ah, vale. Desde aquí me da igual. Venid para acá, venid. Vale, lo vamos a esquipear rápidamente, porque ya lo hemos visto todo. Llevamos... espada familiar, sí. ¿Pero quieres acertar el golpe? Dios. ¿Este dónde está? ¿Qué? No. Es increíble. El perro me ha hecho el lío. Van a venir, 100%. Si me vengo para aquí... Nah. Que me hayan matado los dos porque el perro ha decidido... ¡Ahí estamos! Espera. Que tengo que centrarme en acertar el golpito. Ya empezamos con aturdirme otra vez. Bueno. Venga. Tomamos todo. Bien, bro, bien.
Ya ves, dice. Ya ven, te están hablando.
No, sí, lo sé. Tranquilo que lo estaba viendo. Tenemos que sacarte de aquí. Arriba, vámonos. Y cobrarse venganza. Esto es por salvar a mi padre. Estáis hablando de mí. Acepto la oferta. No dejaré que te sacrifiques. Y fuera. Esto ya lo habíamos visto.
As soon as we are done here, I will. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and I apologize. There's nothing more I can do. I'm
Esto de
sorry.
aquí.
Eamon just wants in on the glory.
What the king said is true. To that end, we should proceed with.
Se ha guardado, menos mal. La verdad que últimamente le estoy dando lo PTC. Herbología. Sí, tengo tanto a Gear 5 como al Kaido. Juego muerto. El Gear 5 cuando estuvo la parte 1 le tiré 6 multis me salió en el sexto y a Kaido pues le seguí tirando para intentar sacar o a Nico Robin demoníaca o al o a este como o a esta como se llama o a Boa Hancock. Yo no juego ningún gacha, solo Dokkan. Por lo de que se van a unir, si no, ni jugaría. Sí, pero van a tardar en unir las versiones, ¿eh? Tienen que sacar todos los banners que están en la japonesa. Y todos los eventitos y tal. O sea, van a tardar. O sea, insta no va a ser.
Lucasillo dice. A ver, lo estaba pensando detenidamente, y tal vez jugarlo ahora sea un error. He leído una noticia del año pasado que saldría una edición GOTY donde incluiría todo a un precio menor. Si yo llevo 14 multis, y no me ha salido el Gear 5.
Ya, Lucasillo. A ver, no sé. Y el Black Clover 2025. ¿Confirmado que se va para el año que viene? Guardar partida. Guardar. Guardar. Ah, vale. Es que ya como es chiste, sale este mes. ¡Vamos! Por fin. Otro gacha más, no.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
Va a salir y va a morir. Es lo más probable que pase. O sea... Pasó con un gacha muy esperado, que es el que estaba jugando yo, que es el Damachi. Pero no el Memory Free, sino el nuevo que salió. Salió bastante bien, duró una semana vivo, a la segunda semana bajó un poco, pero ya XD. A ver, tengo personajes que son top, pero bueno.
Lucasillo dice. Así que cuando los streamers grandes se hayan hartado de él yo lo subo.
El gameplay es Jesucristo, ¿eh? Molaba mucho el gameplay. A mí me flipó bastante el gameplay. ¿El velo?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
Vale, nos miramos aquí. Todo lo de verano, tiré 9 multis, un PJ UR y lo desinstalé. yo en verano, en el banner de verano, creo que tiré 6 multis. ¿Vale? No, me salieron 12 URs. Por decir algo así. 12 URs más o menos de lo que me acuerdo yo. Ni uno de los personajes de verano. Personajes... asistentes. UR. Así ya tenía... Me daban amarillos, pero necesito un rojito. Buena Golden. Un rojito, porque es que necesito un asistente para el maldito Belcranel. El UR. Y no me lo dan. Y después me dieron 2 aventureros o así, más o menos. O uno. Que, bueno, para ser personaje de Arias está bien. Pero para otra cosa, nada. Y después, cartas por... pero así. Así me las daban. Así. Bastante XD. Vale, con esto no puedo hablar. 10 banners de pago por semana. Tal cual. A ver, eso es lo mismo que estaba en el Damachi Memory Freeze. En el Damachi Memory Freeze te metían... A ver, era más exagerado. Piensa que sería más bestia que si se ponen ahora a saco a sacar banners de la japonesa del Dokkan en la global para juntar las versiones. Era por semana. Al mes eran como 15 o 16 banners. Y te ponían... Si querías al personaje exclusivo, te lo ponían de pago. O sea, te ponían que tiraras al banner de pago. Ya. Pero es que sería más exagerado que en el Dokkan.
Well met. Shh, I'm trying to listen. If you'd excuse me, we are praying.
How do you do?
Hail, Grey Warden.
Mavari enfermo.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
Ok, mi pana. Creo que por aquí había dos conversaciones. El único gacha que puedes empezar de cero y jugar actualmente es el Dokkan. Hoy me salió ceno en el Dokkan. Los otros no valen ni la pena. A ver, como mucho empezar de cero. A ver, ahora mismo no. Sería mejor en algún evento importante. En aniversario sería el Bleach Brave Souls, pero ya. Como mucho. Sería el BBS. Otro juego... no. Tienes que empezarlo en momentos específicos, literalmente. Hay gachas que es... o empiezas en este momento específico o no empieces hasta que haya otro momento específico de estos. No se sabe si en un año va a morir, tal cual. O sea, por poner un ejemplo, OPTC. O lo empiezas ahora que está la parte 1 y parte 2, o mejor no lo empieces. Empezar el Dokkan en fin de año, por ejemplo, con el Step Up. Sí, no es mala opción si empiezas ahí desde cero. El Step Up Banner.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
Ah, leches, que lo ha dicho Golden. Pensé que lo habías dicho tú. A ver, con todos los... Hicieron tanto power creep del juego que ninguna celebración renta tirar que no sea Annie y millones. A ver, es verdad que en el aniversario de los millones de descarga yo creo que es el mejor momento. Realmente. Más que en el Step Up Banner, yo creo que sí.
That's how the Terran feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Terran called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
No sabía que Kailan estuviera casado.
To the Terran's daughter, no less. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did. I'm not sure. Probably shouldn't discuss it. As you wish.
A ver, y a partir de las próximas celebraciones he aprendido que las segundas partes nunca fueron buenas. De momento me quito blue, dos dupes. Así que solo tiraré en las primeras. Bueno. Lo que es... Estoy transformando tampoco me gusta. Unidades de hace 3 meses quedaron inútiles. Necesitas unidades recientes para pasarte a los eventos nuevos. Si no, es imposible. Eventos nuevos, imagino que te refieres a los... iba a llamarlo Borras, pero no se llama Borras. No me acuerdo cómo se llama. No me acuerdo ahora cómo se llama esos eventos. Las Red o algo así. Sé que se llaman Red, pero no me acuerdo más. Eso, Red Zone. Eso, las Red Zone. Yo sigo pasándome las nuevas Red Zone con unidades de 2022. la diferencia. No, la razón, dentro de lo que cabe, son fáciles. Hablo del nuevo evento. Buah, no me acuerdo cuál es el nuevo evento.
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business. He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
Persuadir.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
A ver... Todas las misiones y en Trust Will fue con equipo patatero que me acuerdo. Un día pasaré con el grupo Black. Podré conseguirlo de alguna forma.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Se refiere al fee. Eres la nueva guardia, Gris. Aún no soy nuevo.
You impressed His Majesty nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
A ver... ¿Te acordaste de Lint? Sí, algo había oído.
Respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Marek would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet? The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you? Here for the glory, huh? Fair enough. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort. Then simply pray.
Ok. Vale, aquí podemos... ¿Hay algo? Sargento, soldado... Soldados por aquí.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down.
Soldado.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these darkspawn back
Vale.
to the ground.
Vamos a seguir investigando por acá. Milagro que podamos pasar por aquí.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tairn Loghain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Ok. Este nos tiene una conversación. Líder de los guerreros de la ceniza.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tairn, I hope.
¿Le hablas así a todo el mundo? Cuando me apetece. ¿A que lo adivino? Te ha salido el nuevo personaje. ¿Os parecéis a los demás soldados del ejército? Somos guerreros de la ceniza. Has hecho 50 millones.
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf's son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Pues entonces no sé qué me puede sorprender de ti. ¿Qué hacen los perros?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
A ver... Pasó turno 2 y tenía 3 doradas de área del rey demonio. Vale, one shot.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
¿Para qué os estáis
Scout the
preparando?
wilds and watch the progression of the darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Si sobrevive a su sangre, ¿qué quieres decir?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Vale.
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
¿Por qué habéis pintado vuestro
They
perro?
use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same. Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes? If you tried, we would kill you, and that is no joke. My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Mira Discord. Voy a echar un guardado por si acaso. No quiero perder todas las conversaciones que he hecho. Verás tú. Mortal Kombat 1, PS5, Xbox, Mortal XD. Buen meme. Vale, vamos a ir al mercader. Bueno, cerca del mercader. A ver qué hablan estos dos.
Any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Es tontito,
Well,
¿verdad?
you're not what I thought you'd be.
¿Y tú quién
My
eres?
name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit.
Te paso el banner de Gela, que van a dar piedras en su evento. Ok. ¿No crees que estás un poco paranoico?
That depends on what kind of life you've led. Me, I'm perfectly willing to accept that this joining is some kind of punishment. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds. Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
¿Estás aquí a la fuerza?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Vale, hablemos con este.
Have you seen an elf
¿Has
running
visto una
about?
elfa pelirroja
Young
corriendo
woman,
por
red hair, carrying a suit of chain. I'd like to know where she went, that's what. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies? Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find them myself. Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price.
Lucasillo dice, me pone que Zelda es similar al Elden Ring XD.
Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Ah, bueno, es entendible por lo que pone eso, porque todo lo que sea mundo abierto, con ese estilo de mundo abierto, se decía que era la copia de Zelda Breath of the Wild, básicamente. Es por eso, no por otra cosa. Vale. Aquí vamos a vender cosas, ¿eh? Voy avisando. Los escudos pequeños a venderse. Estas cotas, fuera. Estas botas, fuera. Estos guantes, fuera. Arcos de 5, fuera. Prefiero la espada que la maza, la verdad. Granate. Esto será para algo, 100%. Bueno, pues ya tenemos esto. Sería por ahí. Una duda. Di. Una propuesta que dije... ¿Hay alguna propuesta que dije que hoy volvería directo? ¿Elden Ring?
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming. The Grey Wardens will die. The King will die. We'll all die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds. The commander who brought him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
A ver, yo por ver, puedo ver un directo de Outlast tranquilamente, hasta de Resident Evil 7. O sea, yo me vi la serie entera de Resident Evil 7 de un youtuber, básicamente. Yo puedo verlas. Otra cosa es jugarlo. O sea, ver un juego no me asusta. Jugarlo sí.
I apologize if this all disturbed you. Ever since they found him in the wilds, he's been like this. It's so sad.
I heard there was a giant bear darkspawn.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about. Saturi is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arlayman. I was not aware they permitted
Risco
women to
rojo,
join the Grey
me suena.
Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been.
Recuerda que tenemos pendiente hacer una dual directo del Elden. Sí, tranquilo que de eso no me olvido. Es verdad que los guardias grises nunca son mujeres en el universo de esto, leches. De Dragon Age. Hay una excepción en Dragon Age 2 y es por tu hermana. Si la llevas contigo y llevas al guardia gris, la llevan para que sea una guardia gris.
obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance? As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
Solo que es
I never
peligroso.
heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're
Entro
finally
dice.
here, I'd best get back
Entro
to
con el
Duncan.
ordenador
Shall see
porque
you
antes estaba con el móvil, y Twitch me muestra un vídeo de una chica cantando Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Vive y sé feliz.
We'll show these darkspawn they should have
A ver, amiga.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey
Waifu.
Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
¿Quieres la bendición del hacedor? Sí, por favor.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Gracias por la bendición. ¿Tú quién eres? No, no es nadie. Nadie importante.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Vale, es el campamento principal. Vale, no es por aquí. Vale, pues con esto casi. ¡Ostras! Es un mago tranquilo. ¿Quién eres?
I am one of the tranquil, my friend. I am of the circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
De hecho, en el Dragon Age 2... No me acuerdo si se ve, pero te vas a ver a uno que es un tranquilo y te explican cómo es que hacen a un tranquilo y es muy doloroso y pierdes tu personalidad.
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared? Not sinful in and of itself. They claim it leads to sin. And there is a basis for that argument. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil.
Bueno, dice. Bueno, mientras que farmeo a Lilithmon voy a dejar abierto a Revenant, y así me voy farmeando los drops del Cyberpunk.
Nice, loquete. Parece horrible.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role. Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware. You might feel differently were you a mage. You do? I feel nothing.
Lucasillo dice. El directo se me está cortando, pero probablemente seré yo.
Sí, yo lo estoy viendo en la Play y se está reproduciendo.
No danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
¿Qué es exactamente un
It is
encantamiento?
the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not. Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase.
Es que si hablas con todas las personas así y das todas las opciones, consigues información del mundo, del personaje, puede de que de alguna otra cosa.
The more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Debo irme.
Goodbye.
¿Veis? Nuevo códice, los tranquilos. Pues tenemos el códice ahora de los tranquilos. Y podemos ver... ¿no? De las criaturas, magia y religión. Aquí, pues puedes leer la información de que es un tranquilo. Que a mí me parece feo que la capilla haga tranquilos a los magos, porque les tienen miedo de que se descontrolen. De hecho, utilizan tranquilos para atacar a los que no quieren ser de ellos. Por decirlo de alguna manera suave. Aquí no hay nada. ¡La azotarán! XD. Lo siento, pero hay mucho que hacer antes de la batalla. Si no cumplo con mis obligaciones, me azotarán. No quiero mal pensar. Vale, aquí está la otra personita.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The grumpy one.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Entiendo lo que quieres... Eres un hombre muy extraño.
Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
¿Eso te molestaría?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from High Ever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
¿Cómo me ha reconocido?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden, though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
No puedo prepararme por mi cuenta. ¿Qué puedes decirme de la iniciación?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
A ver, probablemente. Sí, cuidado. Probablemente somos demasiado inteligentes para vosotros.
True, but if you're here, what does that make you?
Una suerte increíble.
Ouch. Anyhow.
Le ha dolido.
Get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them? The Knight. Seems like a solid fellow, no? Keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later. Don't worry. I'll try not to embarrass you. With the mage, The circle is here at the king's request, and the chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
¿Fuiste un cazador de magos?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes. The chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech. You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Vale, nueva captura de pantalla, ¿qué? Por la cara, nueva captura de pantalla. Personajes. Alistar. Vale. Pues tenemos que ir con el resto de los compañeros. Y Duncan, que están justamente allí. Sí, ¿no? Sí, más o menos.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
¿Para qué necesitas sangre de engendro tenebroso?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
¿Quieres que nos adentremos en la espesura? ¿No será peligroso?
You weren't recruited out of charity. All 3 of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
¿No podrías haber conseguido la sangre antes?
Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after.
Por fin un poco de acción.
Without a doubt. Darkspawn aren't renowned for their willingness to offer up their blood. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
¿Qué clase de pergaminos son esos?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
¿Y si ya no está allí?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
¿Y esto forma parte de la iniciación?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
¿Cómo encontramos ese archivo?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Vale, encontrar el archivo y obtener 3 frascos de sangre, entendido.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Vale. Tenemos al grupo enterito. Voy a echar un guardado. Es justamente allí. Dadme un segundo, que voy a mirar una cosa. Golden, si sigues por aquí, ¿qué waifu es esa? En la versión japonesa. Perfecto. Vale, voy a ver si podemos hacer esta misión.
Hell, I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there.
Ni siquiera un guardia
Even a Grey
está
Warden won't be
en el
safe in the
bosque
forest
esta noche.
tonight.
Vale.
Right.
Así le pongo indómito también.
I'm ready.
Vámonos.
Indeed.
Que no quería hablar con él. Me gusta ir con esta vista, la verdad. Me llama más la atención. Vale, ataca automáticamente a lo que tenga cerca. Piel de lobo. Piel de lobo. Ya no hay nada más, ¿verdad? Que vienen. Prepárense. Solo queda este. Más piel de lobo. Más piel de lobo. ¿Cuánta experiencia nos falta? Vale. Nos quedan más o menos 1000 y algo. Soldado moribundo. Vamos a hablar con él.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Intentemos vendarlo al menos.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Le hemos salvado la vida.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Hablas como un cobarde.
I am simply trying to stay alive. You do not see me fleeing, do you?
A bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few relish meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't.
Parece que aquí el único hombre soy yo.
I know I'm relying on you to protect me. Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Joy y Dave. Vale. Vamos, let's go. Por aquí tiene que haber alguna emboscada 100%. Ya sabía yo. Aquí vienen engendros oscuros. Buah, fallamos más que una escopeta de feria. ¡Ojo! Poción de lirio, aceite ácido y frasco de sangre. Ah, que se nos ha muerto un compa. ¡Ojo! Como un pro.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those. The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting Darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it, is all.
Vale. Misión actualizada.
Of course.
Vale, hay que ir por abajo. Pues vamos para allá. Vale, no podemos cruzar mucho. Lo tiramos al suelo y así lo matamos más rápido. Vale. Vale, se han encargado de él. Aquí ¿qué hay? Raíz élfica. Habilidad insuficiente. Cuarzo. Armadura de cuero. Con nosotros. Quiero mirar... ¡Ostras! Vale, este es pícaro. Vale, habilidad insuficiente. Ah, por el pícaro. Vale, eso no me lo esperaba. Vale. Vale, damos media vuelta.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
Estos deben de ser guardias grises. Una raíz élfica. Vamos por acá. Están enchufando, pero bien. A ver, 3 contra 1 no, por favor. Gracias. Vamos a ver esto de aquí. Vamos. Ok. No está mal, no está mal. Que los otros se peguen, ¿eh? Muerto. Ismael desaparecido desde febrero. Ah, pero es lo más normal, ¿eh? Así va el 7DS. Lo más normal es que no aparezca un personaje súper tocho entre 6 a 11 meses. Así es como juegan en el 7DS los creadores del juego. Así es como es Netmarble. ¿Personaje super tocho? Olvídate de él. Sí, sí. Pero eso es una cosa. Cuando hay muchos personajes tochos, olvídate de que vuelvan todos. Uno mínimo no vuelve entre 6 a 11 meses.
Lucasillo dice. Me encuentro ante un Angeomon que dice, qué agradable es, pensar que Lady Devimon se me ha escapado otra vez, pero al menos me he vengado de ella por la flecha.
Curioso. Vamos vamos a ver por dónde es el camino bueno. Vale, hemos hecho un combate bastante tocho. Vamos a echar el guardado y para adelante. Esto lo habíamos pillado, es verdad. Vale, por aquí cerca se viene combate importante. Por aquí. La madre que lo trajo.
Dice, y va el tamer y dices porque es la palabra equivocada.
Y va el tamer y dices porque es la palabra. Ok. Bastante XD. Ah, vale, por aquí es por el otro lado, por donde estaba. Vale, pues vamos directamente al camino principal, digo yo. Ah, espérate. Esto me suena de ser cierto camino. Hay bastantes lobbies aquí. Aquí el de lobo. Mejor el que tengo cerca, porque estoy fallando más con una escopeta de ferias. Mamma mía. Este señor se acaba de meter al Xenoverse 2. Hemos subido de nivel. Qué susto me acaba de pegar el sonido. Vale. No. Sube esto y sube constitución. Esto. Vale, pues aquí tenemos cositas. Tomamos todos. Y tenemos que dar media vuelta. Vale. Aquí hay un campamento bastante tocho. Así que hay que ir con calma. Me mete el guardado aquí. Voy a meter yo también el guardado. Van a estar aquí. O por aquí. Me meto una pequeña cura. Toma.
Lucasillo dice. Y luego aunque uno le dice eso no tiene sentido. Mi propósito es predicar justicia y eliminar al mal. Y él también bien eres tan jefa como bonita. ¿Cuál es tu próximo plan? Me he vengado ahora debo de regresar al área sagrada para encontrarme con Magna Ángel.
Ahí. ¡Ostras! Estamos pochos, ¿eh? Estamos pochos. Tírate una cura. Cataplasma. Y dinerito. Se lo han ventilado al otro. Vale, corre. Vale, no he podido correr. Tu viaje termina, sí. Claro que sí. Cargar último guardado. Es que aquí hay un problema. Y es que todos son tontitos y me siguen. Vale. Voy a intentar ventilarme este de aquí. Vale, esta vez lo hemos hecho mejor. Dentro de lo que cabe. Vale, me muero.
Parece, dice. Parece esto una telenovela y por si fuera poco al final Angeomon le dice a Altamer que se encontrarán de nuevo, que vaya al área sagrada de hielo para encontrarme con ella. ¿XD no?
Bastante, sí. Nah. ¿Cómo carajos? ¿Cuántos de estos tengo? Solo uno. Quiero mirar. ¿Todos tienen arco? Sí, claro. Claro que sí. Pues nada. Me va a tocar cambiar aquí. Y que se ponga un arco. Y vamos a ir con arco y vamos a disparar. Paramos. Curación. Le tiro una curación. Y vuelvo con mi personaje. Me voy a tirar una curación a mi personaje. Dios mío. Todos reviven. Worth it. Guardar partida. Me ha costado acertar en el momento. Un bastón. Let's go. Aquí igual hay algo. Ya te digo que hay algo. Ven para acá. Ven para acá, ratón. Una daguita. A ver, me ha rentado tener un arco, la verdad. Porque es que si no me da algo. Vale. Nos hemos cargado estos de aquí. Voy a estar guardando cada poco porque es que... Temor, ¿eh? No me voy a poner a investigarlo al 100%, porque es que me da algo. Vale. Tenemos que ir por aquí para subir ahí arriba y encargarnos de los que quedan. Y ir aquí. Por aquí. Raíz mortal. Montón. ¡Ostras! Esto no me lo esperaba. Esto es un boss. Bueno, un élite, mejor dicho. El rayo de la muerte. Menos mal que somos 4 personajes. Vale. Voy a mirar... Esto requiere ser mago. 5-10. 4-25, 5-10. Perfecto. Guardando. Aquí está el otro minicampamento. Somos Legolas ahora mismo. Yo me encargo de los arqueros. Mola bastante lo de utilizar el arco. Ahí, fuera. Hay que ir dentro, ¿eh? Vale, interesante. La misión... Es esto, ¿verdad? Podéis conseguir los... Cuando tengáis los tratados de los guardias... Vale, vamos a por ellos. Bueno, espérate. Quiero mirar un segundo por aquí. No hay ninguna personita por aquí, ¿verdad? No tiene pinta. No, no hay nadie. Morrigan, ahí está.
Well, what have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
Antes quisiera saber quién eres y de dónde vienes.
You are the intruder here. I believe the first question is rightfully mine. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
Puedes llamarme Raptalius.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for it was not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened. 'Twas my mother, in fact. There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
Vamos con Morrigan.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, damn it. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your woman's mind give you a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as these boys do? Oh, if you must protest so quickly, perhaps I need not ask. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded witch of the wilds.
Witch of the wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize. Either the threat is more, or they realize less. Or perhaps the threat is nothing. Or perhaps they realize nothing. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Vale, imagino que iremos ahora al campamento.
I'm ready. Indeed.
Vale. Tenemos que ir... Primero al jefe de la perrera, obviamente. Vamos a echar el guardado.
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers?
Sí, de hecho
I
tengo
don't
uno.
know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it. Here, take 50 silver. That's all the money I have. Perhaps we shall not lose as many hounds as I feared. Thank you for your help.
Guardar partida. Vamos. Duncan.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful? Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately. Let me be very clear on that point. You are not volunteers. Whether you were conscripted or recruited, you were chosen because you are needed. There is no turning back now. You must gather your courage for what comes next.
Courage? How much danger are we in?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later. If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
Vale.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight. Yes, Sir Knight. Try not to wet your trousers until the ritual starts.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith,
vale.
forward.
A ver quién sobrevive.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry.
Estaba claro.
But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel? Jory was warned that there was no turning back, as were you all. When he went for his blade, however, he left me no choice. It brought me no pleasure to end his life. The Blight demands sacrifices from us all. Thankfully, you stand here as proof they are not all made in vain.
Okay.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
Vale.
The king is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence.
Requiere mi presencia el rey.
Down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Vale, tenemos un nuevo nivel. Vamos subiéndonos. 2 de fuerza, 1 de constitución. Vale, aquí que tenemos. Golpes demoledores. Es hábil en la destrucción y en la muerte. Gana... ¿Esto qué es? Requiere 28. Entrenamiento en combate experto. Vale, esto es en otro apartado. Vale, nos vamos a poner el golpe poderoso. Ah, que tenemos otro punto, espérate. Ahí lo llevas. Vamos a mirar el códice. Personaje Morrigan. Criaturas. Genlocks. Urlocs.